welcome back to Campus Update. I'm Kareena Williams.
And I'm Savannah Briggs. Let's get into this week's news. The ousting of the Speaker of the House, Kevin McCartney, may lead to a government shutdown. On October 3, 2023, Kevin McCartney was ousted by a 216 to 210 vote. According to the New York Times, the division of the Republican Party is causing the inability to agree upon a new Speaker for the House. A Speaker still has not been selected and, until they are, the House will not continue to operate as usual. The result of a shutdown would cause millions of federal employees to be without a job until the shutdown ends. Slow and halted services due to the shutdown can impact the daily lives of the people. However, Congress has passed a stopgap funding measure that will allow the government to operate until November 17th. Donald Trump spoke on the matter, saying, "There is only one person who can do it all the way. You know who that is? Jesus Christ." We have had a government shutdown in the past on December 22, 2018. The shutdown lasted 35 days. If a new Speaker of the House isn't elected by the end of this week, the government will have to shut down.
SRU football remains undefeated this season after a recent win against Gannon University. Slippery Rock traveled to Gannon University on October 14th to play their fourth away game of the season. The Rock did not start out strong, conceding a turnover on downs and a punt on their first two drives, but they turned it around quickly, not going more than 2 series without scoring a touchdown for the rest of the game. The final score was 49-24. The Rock is currently 8-0 this season and are ranked 7th in the AFC poll. Come out and support the team this Saturday at home as they take on Clarion University.
In Texas, the United Auto Workers Union has called for members at the General Motors Arlington assembly plant to go on strike. It is the second day that UAW has expanded its stand-up strike after workers at the Stellantis Sterling Heights assembly plant went on strike as well. General Motors Arlington plant makes the Chevy Tahoe, the Chevy Suburban, GMC Yukon, and the Cadillac Escalade. This strike occurs the same day that the General Motors released its third quarter earnings, posting a net income of more than $3 billion, down 7% from the same period last year. General Motors released a statement shortly after the strike was announced, stating, "We are disappointed by the escalation of this unnecessary and irresponsible strike. It is harming our team members who are sacrificing their livelihoods and having negative ripple effects on our dealers, suppliers, and the communities that rely on us." As of today, there's a total number of 46 plants on strike. There are also nearly 45,000 workers on strike.
A free expression poll by Associated Press, NORC, was released on October 2nd, showed that conservatives may have more backlash when expressing their thoughts and beliefs across the country. Their poll randomly sampled just over 10,000 participants across the U.S., asked them to rank how 12 groups could freely speak their minds on college and university campuses in the United States today. Conservatives were ranked the lowest of the 12 groups, and liberals were the highest. Rocket News reporter Zach Gibson asked a group of students at Slippery Rock University to share their thoughts on the campus culture regarding expressing their political identities. Harley Wolfgang, a political moderate student, felt that conservatives share the blame for not being able to freely share their opinions because of how it can create an unsafe space for some people. On the other hand, a conservative student, Stephen Stewart, felt that the student body doesn't hold a specific bias against the political affiliation, and that he doesn't notice any significant pressure against his views. And Sasa Jenks, a liberal student, states that she thinks the freedom of expression varies on the environment. She quoted that "We're polarized as a country, which reflects on campus. Now that leaders are more expressive, it amplifies their messages. Referring to the general public also feels empowered to express their beliefs as well," she said. "I think especially on social media, if you're behind a certain candidate that more explicitly expresses their belief, then you'll also be more likely to explicitly express your beliefs on social media, especially if your social media and circles are echo chambers."
That's all for Campus Update. We'll see you next week and have a great night.
Thank you.